To be human is to navigate a world filled with friction. We often find ourselves in the company of those who grate against our spirit, whose words feel like thorns, and whose actions seem designed to disrupt our peace. You might feel a surge of heat in your chest when they speak, or a heavy weariness when you see their name on a screen. This is not a new struggle. 2,500 years ago, the problems were the same, even if the clothes were different. Dealing with those we dislike is not an exercise in forced affection. It is an exercise in self-mastery. The common advice often leans toward two extremes: either return the hostility or offer a false, hollow kindness. Both are errors. When you're asked if one should repay injury with kindness, consider this. If you repay injury with kindness, with what then will you repay kindness? No, the path of the exemplary person is simpler and far more demanding. You must repay injury with justice and repay kindness with kindness. Justice does not mean vengeance. Vengeance is a fire that consumes the vessel holding it. Justice means being upright. It means setting a boundary that protects your integrity without requiring you to descend into the mud with the other person. To hate someone is to be defeated by them. If you allow their presence to dictate your internal state, you have handed them the keys to your house. Why would you give such power to someone you do not even respect? When you encounter someone who is difficult, arrogant, or unkind, your first instinct is to look outward at their flaws. Shift that gaze. Use them as a mirror. When we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. If their arrogance bothers you, ask yourself where your own pride hides. If their dishonesty irritates you, look for the small ways you avoid the truth. This is not to say you are like them, but rather to use the discomfort they provide as fuel for your own refinement. The person you dislike becomes, quite unintentionally, a teacher of what to avoid. There is a profound difference between harmony and conformity. The noble person seeks harmony, but not sameness. The small-minded seeks sameness, yet misses harmony. You do not need to agree with someone to exist in the same space. You do not need to like them to treat them with the ritual of basic human respect. This respect is not for them. It is for you. It is a manifestation of your own character. If you lose your manners because they have lost theirs, then they have won. They have pulled you down into their chaos. Consider the nature of a mountain. It does not argue with the wind. It does not try to move because a storm is passing over it. The mountain remains. When you deal with a person who is toxic or draining, be the mountain. Listen to their words as if they are merely the sound of the wind. They may howl, they may whistle, they may even cause a few branches to shake, but they cannot move the mountain. Silence is a friend that never betrays. You are under no obligation to attend every argument you're invited to. Often, the most powerful response to someone seeking to provoke you is a calm, steady silence. It is the ultimate expression of "I am in control of myself." We suffer when we expect people to be what they are not. Expecting the greedy to be generous or the foolish to be wise only breeds frustration. It is like being angry at a dog for barking or the rain for being wet. People act according to their nature and their level of cultivation. If they are petty, they will act pettily. Expecting otherwise is misjudgment. Accept this, and their actions lose their sting. You stop taking it personally. Strength is measured by what it takes to unsettle you. If a small comment ruins your afternoon, your spirit is shallow. A deep lake receives a stone without the bottom being disturbed. Deepen your lake through daily practice. Choose not to react. Focus on your work and find joy in what truly matters. Do not waste your brief life ruminating on the faults of those who do not grow you. When you must work or live beside someone you can't stand, choose the middle way, steady, balanced and unmoved. Not too familiar, that breeds contempt. Not too distant, that breeds suspicion. Aim for respectful, clear boundaries. Maintain a polite, professional distance. Keep your attention on the work, not the drama. Use short, clear replies. Schedule, document, deliver. Let process, not emotion, lead each exchange. Avoid gossip. Close the chat, mute the thread, and return to what actually matters. Speak only when necessary. Stick to facts, and let rumours die without your breath. Want lasting peace? Serve. Help someone who genuinely needs you, and let the rest drift by. Pour your energy into people you care about. Small acts of service that nourish your heart. Cultivate your own garden and community so fully that you have no time for someone else's weeds. When someone treats you with disrespect, do not ask, "How can I change them?" You cannot change them. People change only under the weight of their own consequences, and even then it is rare. Instead, ask, "How can I remain upright in this situation?" If you can leave without compromising your values, without screaming, without lying, and stay true to your path, then you have succeeded. That is the only victory that matters. The path of the exemplary person is constant self-adjustment. When the archer misses, he does not blame the target, he looks within. If a relationship is failing or someone is bothering you, examine how you are aiming your life. Perhaps you are standing too close. Perhaps your bow is too tight. Perhaps you are letting the wind of their opinion blow your arrow off course. Living among people you dislike is a training ground for the soul. It tests your patience, your wisdom, and your resolve, revealing the true depth of your character. Be grateful in a strange way. The difficult are the grit that forms the pearl. They are the resistance that builds muscle. In the end, life is not judged by how many liked you, but by how you treated those who could do nothing for you, and by how you responded to those who were unkind. Hold a door, offer a seat, speak softly. Small mercies reveal great strength. To stay centered in the storm, benevolent in bitterness, and fixed on the high road, that is the mark of a truly noble person. Hold fast to your own integrity. Keep your speech simple and your actions sincere. Let the world be as it is, and let people be as they are. You have your own mountain to climb, your own path to walk, and your own light to follow. Do not let someone else's darkness extinguish your flame. Walk on with a steady heart and a calm mind. Carry the quiet confidence that your peace is your own and cannot be taken by anyone.